Okay, I know I mentioned that we'd be spotlighting some classic bad films on the show this year, but oh boy. Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla is a 1952 comedy horror film that I would say has to be seen to be believed, but that would mean you'd actually have to see it. First of all, Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla, that doesn't sound like I'm watching a movie, it sounds like I'm looking at pictures of Bella's trip to the zoo. You'd think the movie was made to have horror icon Bela Lugosi headline a low-budget motion picture, but no. The film was actually made as a movie launching pad for comedy duo Duke Mitchell and Sammy Petrillo, who were Martin and Lewis impersonators at the time, in that that's exactly what their act was. Martin and Lewis. So much so that if you were to tell someone that this is a long-lost Jerry Lewis film that isn't The Day the Clown Cried, they'd be justifiable in believing you. The film's original title was White Woman of the Lost Jungle, but was changed when producer Jack Broder noticed Bela Lugosi had been wanting to do more comedy films, cast him in the movie, and changed the title to highlight Lugosi's supporting role as the island mad scientist. Bela Lugosi is a mad scientist? What? It's something that the second biggest name in the movie is probably Cheetah the Chimp from the Tarzan movies. But the movie was made in the 50s, and 50s movies can't be bad, right? The 50s were a joyous, unforgettable time. That's what all those 50s music commercials that I saw when I was a kid told me. Shaboom, shaboom. Oh, great. Dad got his band, the Wonder Breads, back together again. Time to relive that embarrassment. The opening titles go under the notion of, well, Bella's name is in the title, so why bother putting him in the cast? The film comes to us from director William BEAUDINE, a man with 372 directing credits, including Billy the Kid vs. Dracula and Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter. Those cowboys are lucky. They never had to face off against the threat of Mitchell and Petrillo. I could tell you what the movie's about, but that's what the narration is for.
This is the jungle, the vast wilderness of giant, lush foliage.
Yes, thanks. I thought we were in Vegas. Got any more tidbits about the jungle?
Of tropical birds and fierce animal life. The killer tiger, the cunning hyena, the deadly python that can crush a giant elk.
The fuck? Did someone roofie that snake? I wish they'd roofie that damn dog out there! This narration feels like it should be talking over Goofy doing wacky things. This was the only film to star both Mitchell and Petrillo as their stage act, and it's also the only filmed evidence of their act. And here they are, crash-landed on an island filled with the ancient tribe of your uncle's bowling league. I bet this is authentic.
Hola da Banzi! Hola da Banzi!
Ava, Nova!
Hola da Banzi! Hola da Banzi!
Sorry, I don't speak baseball, mascot. They sure skinned a lot of rug stores for these clothes. If you're not entirely sure what's going on, then why aren't you listening to the dialogue?
I'm not
entirely sure that's French.
Look, Father. I think one of them is named Mervyn.
Mervyn?
Oh, sure. Now you're speaking Amazon. Now the moment you've been waiting for, Mitchell and Petrillo speaking.
Oh, lady, you got us mixed up with two other guys.
What? You mean you're not Laurel and Hardy? I can't imagine why this act didn't catch on in the film world.
Me, Chief Raucous, king of this island.
Well, gee, you sure look super, Chief. Super Chief, Dad!
Cause Jerry Lewis is gonna fucking sue someone. Not that it makes any more sense in another language.
Papeo Colihao and Poi Poi.
Climbing, climbing!
Why don't they make this a realistic island adventure by having the Harlem Globetrotters show up? So this is what was going on in King Dong when I was too distracted looking at random tits. I missed these great back and forths.
Sababaga kanta. Do roya rito kanga yala kolo malo. Malat sak. Habido kanun karoga. Okay, banga banga.
Ugh, Ace Ventura When Nature Calls isn't nearly as good as the first one. Duke has his eyes set on Nona, but uh-oh, someone is interested in Sammy.
Yes? I have a very nice friend for you. Oh, see? The little one.
Dookie, and it's all for me. Ah! Dookie, no, no, no!
Well, fine time for your no-fat chick's shirt to get burnt in the plane crash. God, this looks like Dian Bakar took some ecstasy and is completely ruining orgy night at the Ritz. Sammy tries distracting the ladies with some of his routine, and you best believe it's shticky.
You know, as you know, this is my first visit to your beautiful island of Cola-Cola, and I want to tell you that the climate is wonderful. It really makes a guy feel full of Pepsi. Get it? Cola, Pepsi? Pepsi, Cola?
Yes, it's crystal clear what your joke meant. At least the audience is going wild.
You want to hear a funny one? On the way over to the island, the fella stopped me at a coconut tree, and he said I hadn't had a bite for 3 days. You know what I did? I bit him.
She's the only one laughing. Reminds me of when I took a date to go see the That Darn Cat remake. There was no second date. Just like if I took a date who laughed at this.
I don't want to dance with you. Leave going on, will you? You're breaking the whole arm. Will you let go of the arm already?
Oof. So Bela Lugosi and the gorilla are gonna show up when? Not just yet, because now it's Duke Mitchell's turn to perform.
Do I want you? Oh, my, do I, baby?
That's not amore. That's amore.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
And it's also a waitress who's trying too fucking hard. Let me eat in peace! This guy looks like Dion wearing the outfit of someone Magnum P.I. slept with. He'd better be good at flirting.
Boy, look at that moon. You wouldn't think it was the same one that was shining over the Bronx, Brooklyn, Coney Island.
That's because that's not the moon. If that's the sun you're looking at, it's 2 in the afternoon. Turns out the reason Nona speaks English is because she went to the States to study. Oh no, this new Wonder Woman film really is bad. The only person who can get them off the island is Bela Lugosi's character, Dr. Zabor.
Perhaps Dr. Zabor can help you.
Dr. Zabor?
Yes, he's the only white man on the island.
No, he's not. At least this scene isn't quite as obnoxious.
Hey, Duke. Dookie.
What?
Oh, never mind.
Great. Sammy Deason is back.
Run for your life! Run for your life!
And he's summoning the stock footage. I think I've seen this statue in Paris. That's right, baby. Kiss me. I am one of the sons of Katie Elder. Ooh, so romantic.
Oh, Dookie! Let me go. Let me go, will ya?
You fucking mood killer!
Good night, my little one.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Get away! Ah, get out of here!
Is it just me, or do you really want to see a Mitchell and Petrillo version of Rain Man? They find the castle of Dr. Zabor, but who cares? They need to take a break for more shtick.
I wish it was on 42nd Street and Broadway.
What kind of a crack is that?
Well, if it was on 42nd and Broadway, we'd be standing in front of the automat. And boy, could I use a good cup of coffee right now.
Stop laughing at him, you're just encouraging him. Trust me, why do you think I've been doing this for 10 years? You keep encouraging me. As we continue on with the young adventures of Gilligan and the Skipper, we get our appearance of the person in the title.
Master. Now what is it, Chula? Why do you disturb me? The girl, she is here.
Ooh, Bela Lugosi is my favorite of the new Colonel Sanders. No clue if Bella is loaded or not during this, but it sure is the other people who keep forgetting their lines.
Welcome to my creep joint.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry, Mr. Idiot. I didn't mean to call you creep joint a creep joint.
Think nothing of it.
Thanks, Lloyd Christmas. You want to try that again? Perhaps you could reference better Bela Lugosi movies.
Ain't this the fellow that goes around with the hands in the faces, biting people on the neck and wearing capes?
You're crazy.
Watch out for bats!
You're crazy. He looks nothing like Christopher Lee. As this goes on, I think Bela may actually believe that he really is acting opposite Jerry Lewis.
Oh, what a charming compliment.
Thank you. I was worried that a second would go by without slapstick. It was nice of Bela to dress Sammy up as Duke's ventriloquist dummy.
Oh, Snob, oh, look at me, I'm at the door. Oh, Snob, let me in. Oh, God, oh, let me in. Oh.
Ugh, not sure if I'm a fan of Snobby Steve's new routine. Dr. Zabor spends his time experimenting on chimps.
They are monkeys. Silly boy.
Whoa, careful there, Sammy. You don't want to get that wrong. Chimp Nazis are only second in annoyance to grammar Nazis. The doctor's plan is to, I don't know, turn people into chimps and gorillas. I'm distracted by Duke trying to get Sammy to shut the fuck up. Sure, let out one of the chimps. It should be okay. It's the one Sam Beckett leaped into. As these jokes go on, I think Sammy starts depressing himself.
How did you get here? There has been no boat for months.
Oh, we just dropped in.
Cheer up, funny bones. The movie's almost halfway over. Just sing and dance like these folks.
Don't be cruel to heart, it's true.
Well, Grandpa's having a stroke again. Yeah, Duke's the ladies' man, but what about Sammy's romance?
That's pretty cute, you know.
And then they bang hard.
Help, Dookie, get me out of here! Help, Dookie! Dookie, get me out of here, will you?
And Sammy was never heard from again. Even though we're cutting to something else, don't worry, there's still more Bela Lugosi in the movie.
Anything else, Master?
No. Go to bed.
Good night, Master.
Good night.
That was the entire scene. His name is part of the title. Who the fuck let Sammy out?
Well, thank you very much, but wouldn't Sammy like to come along? Oh, no, Sammy wouldn't like to come along. Sammy's tired. Sammy's tired. Sammy's tired. How does he know if I'm tired?
Put him back in the fucking cage. If there's one thing you can't take away from this film, it's that the CGI is spectacular. All of this on-set training for the chimpanzee, and its sole purpose is to want to fuck Sammy Petrillo. Damn, it's too bad I can't show you the porn scenes in here, because this gets graphic. Much like what Bela wants to do to all of them.
Take her back in her cage.
Alrighty.
He is gonna murder everyone by the end of this.
Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop.
I'm gonna murder everyone by the end of this.
Do I want you? Oh my, do I, baby? Indeed I do.
Yeah, well, except Duke Mitchell. He's fine. Have they not seen Conquest of the Planet of the Apes? It's not a good idea to teach monkeys the art of escape. Uh-oh, now it's Duke's turn to pester Bela.
What's he doing in there?
Putting Ramona to bed.
Babysitting with a chimp? This I gotta see.
You're gonna be disappointed. This is nothing. When Bela gets high, this is how he always imagines his dinner parties going. Complete with obnoxious house guests.
You gotta eat to grow fat.
Will you get out of here? I know how to eat my own food.
Why do I have the feeling diapers and bonnets are used during their lovemaking? Time to break away from this awkward family gathering. Not only are they being spied on, but I think this guy's Amazon face is melting off. This certainly feels like a place for a song.
Your smile only added life to your masquerade.
Wake me when you bust out singing in a grocery store.
You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt.
Best part of that is the cashier's just pay me and leave face. The name of the song, by the way, is Too Soon, so I can only assume he's singing about 9/11. Nona looks completely amused. Everyone has a look that says, let's get this over with, when they're being serenaded. Seems like Bella's itching for a most dangerous game.
Many kisses. She talk marriage. She give boy necklace very serious.
Your name is Mickey Simpson and you're from New York. Cut that shit out!
Too soon. I'll be more than willing to give my heart.
But Dr. Zabor's silly potion appears to be working.
I think not.
And thus Marcel the monkey was created? His big plan is to turn Duke into a gorilla because science. It wouldn't be a Martin and Lewis knockoff though if it didn't have a pajama hat at some point.
Very funny, very funny. Ha 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 ha.
Well, that's weird. I've done that same thing 18 times while watching this. Time to kidnap Duke. Compliments from Frank Sinatra, motherfucker! Why is he the one getting kidnapped? He's not the most annoying one.
I'll go a little streptococcus. Streptococcus!
Never mind that.
Still funnier than Adam Sandler. Easy there, Sammy. They're creating your suave alter ego, Buddy Lust. I guess it makes sense to turn Duke into a gorilla. He's the one with the hairiest chest. Sammy can't save him, though. He's too busy discovering William Penn's lost hat collection. Now Duke's gonna become the Brooklyn Gorilla, like the title! Wouldn't it have been easier just to put the costume on him? I always wondered what horrifying experiments of the SS Last Days would have looked like starring Martin and Lewis. Don't know why I was wondering that. I was probably drunk, because this movie's very silly.
Do you intend to advance her one more step?
To the human level? No.
I don't blame you, Doc. It's the stupidest looking gorilla I ever saw.
From fat shaming to gorilla shaming, is there no end to Sammy's cruelty? Unfortunately, the mighty Joe Young is joining Jerry Lewis in his lawsuit. I'll give it this. Duke rather quickly figures out a way to tell someone that they're a human in an animal's body, which is more than I can say for most human-to-animal transformation movies.
Ram. Sounds like Ram. Ram. Sam. Ham. Ma'am. Lamb.
Look, I didn't say they weren't still gonna be obnoxious about it. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just gonna go hang myself before this movie's over with. But not before Duke starts singing to convince Sammy.
Do I love you? Oh my, do I, baby?
And maybe if you took the mask off, they could hear your voice better. Who on earth could be behind Duke's disappearance?
Something has happened to him.
We will find him. Goodbye, Kiki.
I'm sure he's safe, my dear.
Oh, gee, does the Mad Doctor have anything to do with this? You're all horrible judges of character. And I don't like the potential sequels that this movie is suggesting.
I can see it all now. Sammy Petrello and Duke Mitchell. The singing gorilla.
No, don't do that. Now, a Sammy Petrillo version of The Day the Clown Cried. That I want to see. Duke's anger is attracting another guy in a gorilla suit.
Quiet. Quiet!
And Sammy is attracting broken glass. I can't imagine why. Duke gets the hell out of there before he gets raped, I guess. And uh-oh, I smell more shenanigans.
Now look, Duke Mitchell. I'm running this game, you understand? And don't talk back. There, now put it on, because we gotta get out that door.
Wah, wah, wah! Only another musical number will clear up this mess.
Do I love you? Oh my, do I, baby?
I give out!
It's good, but not as good as those randy gals on the PTA.
Mr. Sandman. Yes? Bring me a dream.
Leave us alone, sex offender! Before Duke gets ravaged, he's praying Bela Lugosi just puts a bullet in him. I guess Dumb and Dumber 2 wasn't that bad, but it got really silly when they turned Harry into a gorilla. Although this part makes up for it. That's not the end, but can you tell the writers painted themselves into a corner? You can now, because it was all a dream. In the next room over, Crystal Holland is dreaming about King Dong. I don't know who has it worse. This is all backstage at a Mitchell and Petrillo show, so it must be a dream. It'd be one of their very few performances that Jerry Lewis didn't have shut down. Everyone here looks very familiar to Sammy, so you know what that means. Uh-oh, his big island babe is here too. Oh no, it's still not over with because we have to catch a glimpse of their act.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Doogie, look! There's the Noir bird.
The Noir bird?
Yeah, don't you know what a Noir bird is?
No, what's a Noir bird?
That's a bird that lays square eggs, then he goes...
And then they get called off to a performance in Ishtar. Also, I'm fairly certain they're about to kiss.
Oh, baby, indeed I do.
King of comedy, my ass. God, that was bad. But, you know what they say. Que sera, sera.
Que sera, sera.
Seriously, I'm never eating here again. You're all old and drunk. And now that I've seen this movie, I'm fairly certain that ad sugar-coated the 50s. Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla is a movie whose backstory is way more interesting than the actual film. I wasn't kidding about the numerous lawsuit threats by Martin and Lewis. It got so bad that Jerry himself even got into a screaming match with producer Jack Broder, to the point to where Broder had meetings with Paramount to talk about selling the movie to him for a substantial amount, only so Paramount producer Hal Wallace could destroy the negative before anyone could see it. Broder and Wallace couldn't agree on a price, so the movie obviously got released. However, it became hard for Mitchell and Petrillo to find work because of Jerry Lewis threatening to boycott any club owner who would book them, so the duo ended up splitting up. They did, however, continue to work in their solo careers. Duke Mitchell, aside from having a small role in an actual Martin and Lewis film, Sailor Beware, continued to work the nightclub circuit, even opening for Lenny Bruce. Plus, he would go on to write, direct, and star in his own films, most famously Massacre Mafia Style and Gone with the Pope, the latter of which was released 29 years after his death. Sammy Petrillo also continued in stand-up comedy and would work with up-and-coming talents such as Dennis Miller and Richard Pryor. He'd continue to make small roles in some exploitation films, most notably The Brain That Wouldn't Die. Plus, he worked as a film distributor for Transcontinental Film Corporation in the 70s, and would go on to run his own comedy club, The Nut House, out of Pittsburgh. Even until his death in 2009, he would still have a sense of humor about his relationship with Jerry Lewis.
Hey, listen, Jerry, you better stop doing the act, all right? You got an Italian partner, I had an Italian partner.
Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla gained a little bit of fandom when it was referenced by Martin Landau, who watched the movie 3 times in preparation for his role as Bela Lugosi in Ed Wood, causing Landau to say that the movie was so bad it made Ed Wood's films look like Gone with the Wind. But now that decades have passed since this movie's release, we gotta ask my own personal Sammy Petrillo what he thinks of the film. It has come to my attention that there are many people who think I pulled a pineapple out my ass during my last appearance. I'll have you know that it was not my ass. I was making sweet love to the pineapple with my sweaty, adequate dick, and if anyone says otherwise, they will be immediately blocked. I guess that means he liked the movie? I don't know. I got other things to worry about. I need to get back to practicing my own vaudeville routine, the Vincent Dawn and Snobby Steve Comedy Hour.
Hey, Snob, the other day I saw Snow White coming out of a photo booth. You know what she said to me, Snob? You know what she said?
What did she say?
She said, someday my prince will come. Oh, you get it? You get it, Snob? All you folks out there get it. You get the joke. You get the joke. I said, I said joke. Can you hear me? You see, the word prince sounds a lot like the word prince. You get the joke, Snob?
Okay, excuse me. You treat me like a fool, treating me so